Message last 2 minutes.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
And we're back. Had a snack. Let's talk about being managers. Can't express how miserable I felt over the years in this kind of back and forth, and like how bad it's been. Like I haven't even wanted to be here kind of situation. And it was all because of this bum company that's paying me like minimum wage kind of situation. Not worth it. And the people they let become managers, on another note, not worth it. Let's talk about the people they let become managers. I'm talking these immature little children, damn near 40, acting like they in high school. And I got receipts. You know who you are. Let that soak in. I could be the one to put people on blast. I could be the one to be the full government, all that, blah, blah. But I'm not like that. I'm not like that. You know who you is, and it's going to irk you. Because I already know. So, the driving on the nail. So, I originally put my 2 weeks in. Let's skip all the story time, blah, blah. I told you I was a terrible environment. I originally put my 2 weeks in. My last day was going to be May 14th. That was going to be my last day. That's what I put on paper. First, they tried to hit me with that whoop-de-whoop. That can't be your last technical week because for this corporation, that's not how we do the weeks. So technically, it would be the next day, the 15th. That's Saturday. I said, dub. It's Friday. 2 weeks from today is going to be the 14th. I gave it to you today for a reason. So today for my last day is going to be 14th. You can't tell somebody I'm quitting. Like you have the audacity to think you're going to tell me I can't quit when I'm telling you that I'm quitting. I put my 2 weeks in. I gave you the paper. So I'll let y'all know. It was a courtesy. I didn't even want to do all that. I originally wanted to just grab my stuff, clean out my locker, and dip. Something told me I can no longer take this, Brittany. You have to go. Get out this environment. But you know, my man and my mom talked me into doing this professionally just in case because, you know, I am of a higher level. So it'll look better if you do it the right way. So I took their advice. Gave the 2 weeks in. They trying to hit me with this whoop-de-woo. I'm still telling you I'm leaving on the 14th. Like, with all due respect, I'm not working that day. Had to give some BS lie of why I can't work that Saturday. And then I stopped myself through the BS lie and just said, honestly, I'm not coming in. Like, I realized I've been professional and nice because I had to work with them. But they haven't seen the side that I've been warning them about for years. Which is what I told y'all. I have a devious, nasty attitude side. I am black and Hispanic. I done seen some mess in my life. I've done some mess in my life. Grew up in New York. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So I was going to do the 2 weeks. Ended up packing my stuff yesterday and dipping. For the simple fact that, so there's a particular person that they made the manager that I thought was so dope. Mind you, we have to work with him. He's not like my direct manager, but like he's the manager of our shipment for our store. So we all have to like coincide together kind of situation. Like we have to work and respect each other because you're doing my shipment. You're in my store. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to respect my stuff. I got to respect you because you're doing the work for my store. Even though I could have done it by myself. Ain't nobody needs you, but whatever. I worked with him before and I thought like he was an honest person. Like I hyped him up so much. Like I made him out to be like this great person because that's what I had like seen and witnessed through my experience. That this was a great man that really empowers his team and tries to actually, you know, push them to be leaders and doesn't participate. Like he's one of the rare managers that try to push and get you promoted and like be real with you. That's the impression I got. Mind you, I only did really work with him a week, and then like it's always like he was down the block from our store, so it's like I heard things. It was never like I worked with him for like years. I knew this kind of situation. This is what I was under the assumption. So when they moved him to my location in Harlem, and he was running the team. Mind you, none of the managers liked him at first, and most of them still don't. They would talk constant constant hot mess, saying he don't know how to run his team, he don't know how to be a manager, he don't know how to control his team. They would show up whenever, do whatever they wanted, ignore whatever he said, do it this way, do it that way, and they were constantly talking about him. And at first I used to try to be nice, me and my man, because it's technically my man's manager. Trying to be nice, like, hey, you know, just letting you know, like, don't be nice to these people because they really be talking about you. He used to be like, yeah, I know, but you know, it's a politics. You got to play politics and you got to be nice and blah, 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 blah. They get fake, which I could never be. That's why I don't think I ever went from AM to manager, because I never kissed no DM's ass or acted like I'm something I'm not. So this man did all the licking of every booty hole he could find. Because the same people you talk smack about that were also talking smack about you, you are now running to and pretending to be best friends. So, like, that's the relationship we had. Regardless of, like, him and my man have, like, argued before, like, really bad, and they almost, like, fought kind of situation. Regardless of that situation, I stayed out of it. Like, that's their kind of situation. I always looked at this manager with respect because he's never done me kind of wrong. My hands of this corporation, because this is done. This grown man has ghosted my man. Like, that's a whole nother tea. Like, I let him tell his side of the story when he wants to, but like, this man was like blocking his own team. Like, as you a manager, you know, regardless of if I'm a manager, regardless if I'm having an issue with a teammate, like a part-timer or anything, like, I still can't block them. I have to, like, still communicate, like, listen, this is unprofessional the way you're handling it. I would respect if you didn't text my phone. If they ain't listen, then you bring it up to the DMs kind of situation. You don't just go in, oh, I don't like when my part-timers say block. That's not professional as a manager. So, this manager did that to my man. Had a situation, and it was, the situation, again, I'll let him explain the details. But it was more like a miscommunication kind of situation. It's more like he said he didn't call out, but he did technically, blah, blah, blah. So, I wrote him, matter of fact, let me get my phone. Hold up. I'm going to read y'all exactly what I wrote. It's none of my business, but there's a way you do things as a manager, a man, and human being. And to be honest, you're not doing them, and you're coming off snake-like. I've always been honest, so this is nothing new. I've always said how I felt, and like, I wrote him this personally. I ain't bringing it to nobody else. This is an off-work kind of situation, like the way you're handling it. I'm telling you this one-on-one. It's coming off snake-like to me, all right? And it's messed up that 1 minute everything's cool, and next you're completely ignoring them. Now I'm bothered because it's a bit unprofessional and immature for someone your age. Okay, I see where I went a little harsh, but it's like, I feel like it's a harsh reality that he needed, because this is not the first time that I've heard this. I've heard it from previous associates that have left, like straight on just quit and left his team. I've heard them say this, like, you communicate, because it comes off like a little two-faced. 1 minute you saying this to your team, the next minute you saying that. Then he wrote, grown man, older than me, to be honest, stay out of my business. I could care less how you or anyone else views me. I know me, and that's all that matters. I said, oh, this man's salty. So then, with a still calm face, mind you, I'm doing my job the whole time. Like, I'm texting this and also trying to help customers, because, like, my cashier was a little late. I wrote, to be honest, don't talk to me like that. I was trying to be professional and all, but you a little bitch. That can't act like a man and needs to grow up. That's why everyone you think fucks with you talks mad shit and throws you under the bus. Come crazy at my man or me again, it'll be a fucking issue. And then I put Balo life. Yo, when I'm typing that, I'm not even mad. Like, I'm dead laughing, because I'm like, yo, this man is dead mad over that. Like, I ain't even, I was like crazier shit in the past, and this man was just mad about me saying that he's not a man or a human being earlier. Like, And this is how I know he was so bothered. When I tell you, all I see is him storming into my store, ripping the door open to talk to the co-manager. And then he up there like that, mad angry and everything, but he talking low, and I'm just like, oh, okay. He not gonna do anything. Whatever. Mind you, I had blocked him after I said bye low life. I blocked him. Then I unblocked him, and he sent me a message. He said neither one of us is doing nothing. Try what you want. And he was referring to the fact that I was still helping a customer doing my job while he running his mouth to the other manager in the front. Tell G to come here. While he talking to you, he should be talking to me. She goes, what? I said he should be talking to me, not you. And she took the mic out of her ear. So I was like, oh, this the type of time we on. Read the text message. She's like, neither one of us doing nothing. I was like, so I came up on the floor. You got something to say? I'm right here. Mind you, everybody turned around and looked at me. My associate looked at me, the customer looked at me, the manager looked at me in the front. And he just head down and tells her to ignore her. That's what he's telling the co-manager, ignore her. And I'm like, oh, so you're not going to say nothing. I'm like, okay. So then I go back to our customer. The customer's looking at me like, okay, what was that about? And I'm just like, never mind that. I'm sorry about that. And I'm like, okay, let me finish helping this lady. He's like, go in, because, like, I'm not the one. Like, y'all keep trying me, but y'all understand. Like, I've worked so hard to grow to be this Brittany, this professional, amazing, no swing first, no mess nobody up, no bash nobody's head in, no case Brittany. And it's just like, but she be ready. I'm sorry, she be ready underneath all this nice personality. Y'all don't know how many times y'all be this close to, like, something. You need to grow up. He wrote shave your mustache, laughing emoji. And I started dying. Because I'm like, out of all the comebacks I've ever heard about people that have referenced me, like, they can talk about my double chin, they can talk about this, they can talk about me being fat. This man said shave my mustache. You don't even know if I have a mustache, I'm wearing a mask. And second of all, I shaved it the morning of. Like, I ain't got no mustache no more, it's gone. So I go in the office, call my man, and, like, I'm mad, like, but, like, not mad in the fact I want to fight. Like, I do want to hit him, but, like, mad in the fact, like, why am I putting myself through this? Like, I should just kind of, why am I here? Unblocked him, and I wrote, but you can go to everyone else, referring to the manager he talking to in the front still, and never the person you got beef with. Say something to me, laughing my ass off. He don't reply. This man shows I see on the camera, because I'm watching the camera while he doing this. Man shows the other manager what I said to the phone. Then he goes to the back where I'm at in the office. And instead of him coming in the office to say something, he comes in the office. I hear him, like, slow down in his steps a little bit, but he goes to the bathroom, right? And I hear him take his time closing the door to then just wash his hands. But you won't say nothing to me. I say nothing. So my man, hold on, just so he could listen. That man ain't say nothing. He goes to the front of the store again, and he's still there running his mouth, doing all this. I'm talking to my man, and I'm almost damn near done packing. I go use the bathroom. I wash my hands. I take my hair out of my bun, because the only reason I had it in the bun is because I felt aggressive earlier. I'm not fighting no grown man, and I'm not fighting that co-man. She's not even worth it. Like, that girl is just negative and miserable, and she got a lot of stuff going on in her life, and she just taking out other people. I never took it anywhere personal, no matter how much she's talked bad about me, and she says some really bad things. No matter how many times she's told my business, I'm not gonna take that road. She just, listen, you gotta handle your stuff, boo. Anyway, back to him. He just so happens to go downstairs when I finally finish packing and I'm about to walk out. So then I walk back out, go to the front of the store, show the other man my bag. She's like, yo, wait, what's going on? I don't understand. I thought we was having a good day. What happened? I said, yeah, I can't do this. Bye. Y'all too toxic. Bye. She checked my bag. I left. Bye. That's it. That is it. That's the last I talked to them. You want to know why? Because they too toxic. She gonna act like she don't know. Like, I saw you in the front with him. I know you was talking about me, because the moment you started, you was watching me the whole time, and then you kept turning so I can't read. But, I ain't done. I still got more to tell y'all. But this is too long. I'll tell it another time. But that's just the basis. So, sis had to dip. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry to my teammates. We didn't get to do my celebration cake. For getting out of there. You guys will never be forgotten. I'ma still text y'all. We can still hang out. But as for you miserable managers, y'all need to get y'all life together. I don't understand what your problem is. Because half of y'all wasn't like this before when y'all started in the company. And after years being in the company, y'all just turned negative and sour. And it's kind of sad. You work on yourselves. That's it. That's it. Y'all really need some Jesus. Okay. That's it. Bye.
This message lasts 2 minutes.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat